When you face off with a Hollywood giant and later admit that the experience almost made you walk away from your career, it's clear that everyone's going to want every juicy detail. And Kjersti Flaa, a Norwegian journalist, is happy to spill it all. The 51-year-old has gone viral since uploading her painfully awkward interview with Blake Lively on YouTube. The timing couldn't be worse for Lively either, as she's already facing backlash over her recent press tour for the controversial movie It Ends With Us. The film dominates the box office, even beating out Deadpool and Wolverine. Blake Lively's bestie might have nailed it with the line, "It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me," because the It Ends With Us actress might want to take those words to heart amid her latest PR mess. After catching flack for promoting her new film as a lighthearted rom-com despite its focus on domestic violence, fans are now revisiting some of Blake's past, painfully awkward interviews. Surprisingly, the backlash from her It Ends With Us press tour isn't even the most cringe-worthy moment. On August 10th, Norwegian journalist Kjersti Flaa resurfaced a 2016 interview she conducted with Blake and Parker Posey. She wasn't joking when she titled the video, "The Blake Lively Interview That Made Me Want to Quit My Job." And yes, the clip is truly wild, so it's blowing up online. Sitting down with Blake Lively and her co-star Parker Posey for Café Society in 2016 is the most uncomfortable interview situation I have ever experienced, Kjersti shared in her caption. In July, just before her film's release, Blake Lively, then 28 and newly pregnant with her second child with husband Ryan Reynolds, sat down for an interview with Norwegian journalist Kjersti Flaa. Flaa kicked off by warmly congratulating her on her little bump, but things took an awkward turn fast. With a sarcastic smile, Lively shot back, "Congrats on your little bump," setting the tone for what would become an unforgettable and incredibly tense exchange. Listen.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
As the awkwardness sets in, Parker Posey tried to lighten the mood, even jokingly showing off her backside bump. Lively quickly joined in, commenting on Posey's lovely lady lumps, while Flaa sat there waiting to actually start the interview.
What about my bump?
You've got two nice ones.
They are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you.
Discussing the film, Flaa complimented its visually amazing style and asked if Lively and Posey enjoyed the fashion, an important element in a story set in the 1930s. But instead of answering, Lively seemed to ignore Flaa entirely, turning to Posey and saying,
"Did you guys love wearing those kind of clothes that you..."
Yeah.
And working in digital.
Everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would.
Flaa assured Lively that she would have asked the male actors about fashion too, but Lively seemed unfazed, continuing her conversation with Posey about the best outfits worn by the men in the film.
Love Jesse's suits and how
that's what I'm saying. His wardrobe was beautiful.
I know.
Corey's wardrobe was gorgeous.
He's
those
so
high-waisted pants.
He's so great.
I would wish men
And
wore
sorry,
high-waisted pants
too.
like
I
that
know.
still.
Me too.
Or the father with his tank top in
Oh,
bed.
it's so
Just
good.
like, it's just like
Did you
that.
catch
You could
the-
feel it.
Finally, Blake Lively concluded by saying,
It's not just the women that have the clothes.
But
I feel like the women
Victoria-
get the conversation, but it's like...
Throughout the interview, Blake Lively seems to avoid eye contact with Kjersti Flaa entirely. Even when she shifts her gaze from Posey, she looks off camera rather than acknowledging the reporter. The awkwardness builds, creating an uncomfortable atmosphere that you can just feel watching the clip. And the tension doesn't end there. As Kjersti's interview time wraps up, both Blake and Parker appear to roll their eyes and make faces as she leaves.
That's always nice, to see that your idea of someone isn't always who they actually are.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Take care.
This really got fans talking and criticizing Blake Lively for her rudeness. Viewers overwhelmingly sided with Kjersti Flaa after watching the clip, flooding the comments with support. One popular comment read, "She and her husband talk about their kids all the time, and you can't congratulate her on her pregnancy? That was such a weird and uncalled for behavior. I'm sorry you had to sit through that. You kept your composure so well." Another added, "Asking about wardrobe for a period piece movie is a normal question. I'm so sorry they treated you this way." The video even made waves on Reddit, where the reaction was just as critical. "That was so rude and dismissive," one user wrote. The way these grown women treated the interviewer was very disrespectful. It felt like I was watching mean high school bullies ignoring another student they were forced to work with. Why wouldn't Blake even face or address the interviewer? Another commenter agreed she had already announced her pregnancy months before this, and costume plays a huge role in period pieces. I'm not understanding the need to be so incredibly rude. She barely even looks at her. But one question still remains. Why did reporter Kirsty Flaw want to quit her job after interviewing Blake Lively? Well, first, Kirsty Flaw wasn't pregnant at the time of the interview. Blake's comment struck a nerve, and for Flaw, who has struggled with infertility, it felt particularly hurtful. In an interview with the Daily Mail on August 16th, Flaw shared, "It hurts because I obviously wasn't pregnant, and I could never get pregnant. So to me, that comment was like a bullet." She went on to describe how unsettling the whole experience was. "It was such a traumatizing experience for me. I was there to do a job, and they made sure to make it as difficult as possible for me to do that." Many viewers have since expressed their sympathy for Flaw, noting how painful that moment must have been. However, others defended Blake, saying it wasn't fair to ask questions about her pregnancy and appearance. Lively hasn't commented on the video since it went viral. On August 19th, Kirsty Flaw posted a video on her YouTube channel explaining why she decided to release the interview now, 8 years after it happened. She shared this.
I got contacted by another reporter who told me a story that was a little similar to this one that he had experienced, and then we started talking about comparing notes about this, and then I just felt like, you know what, it's not okay to behave like that, and I think it needs to be called out.
Flaw also made it clear that the recent drama surrounding Lively and It Ends With Us had nothing to do with her decision.
And I actually hadn't read up about all the other controversy that was going on with Blake Lively and her new movie, It Ends With Us. So it was kind of a coincidence, I have to say, that this ended up being posted.
Flaw also appeared on Popcorned Planet on August 14th to talk about the awkward 2016 interaction. She described it as a very stressful situation, adding,
"Don't know if she was offended. I think she was just like, she didn't want to be there and she didn't want me to be there. And I think she was just being in a bad mood. And I don't know if me congratulating her on her pregnancy made her in such a horrible mood that she felt she had to punish me. I don't know. I mean, only she knows. And Parker Posey, who was also part of, they teamed up."
Flaw also revealed why she hadn't posted the interview sooner.
I mean, I was afraid of retaliations against me, of course, because I was honest and, I revealed something about a person. Celebrities are often put on pedestals, and if someone tries to tear that down, there's a lot of power and money behind these people.
Her honesty and courage in sharing her side of the story have now sparked a conversation about respect, fairness, and the power dynamics between celebrities and journalists. What do you think? Was Blake's responses fair, or did she take things a bit too far during this interview? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm dying to hear what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more wild stories like this.